I am a singer, a songwriter, and I enjoy producing music that exalts the King of Kings. There's nothing else I would rather do than be a worshiper, because I finally found what my purpose is in life, which is just go out and worship God in hopes of being contagious to other people to do the same. I was born in New York of an Italian, German, Irish father and an Italian, Puerto Rican, and Dominican mother. So I don't even know how to say that. New Yorican, Dominican, Irish, something like that. So I have a whole lot of cultural and musical background. And adding on to that, I lost my dad due to cirrhosis of the liver when I was only 6 years and a half old. And my mom after that met a Puerto Rican, married a Puerto Rican, and we moved from New York, where I had lived all my life, to Puerto Rico. So you can only imagine the mixture of bittersweet emotions together with music, together with living in a Christian home and trying to rely on God and expressing myself through music, being in a musical family as well. It's just this mixture of so many intense things going on inside me at a very early age. I had to mature before my time. I had to reach certain goals that are probably not on the mind of a child, but were on my mind because I was the eldest at home and I just had to grow up. And learning how to play the guitar, play the piano at a very early age helped me to just pour out my senses into a song. And that's what I've been doing ever since. I'm Christine, I'm a singer, I'm a worshiper, and I enjoy worshiping the King. I was born into a Christian home, and I was brought up in church. And even though my childhood in church was so beautiful, and I learned so much about Jesus, that did not give me the guarantee that I was going to be a Christian all my life. In fact, I backslid from the Lord, and I turned my eyes away from Him. Not necessarily from the church, but from Him. Having lost my father due to alcoholism when I was a little girl, there were so many issues that were not resolved in my life. There were so many questions I had in my mind. I never had the chance to even say goodbye to my father. It all happened so quick. So due to that, there was a series of different kinds of pain inside my heart from a very early age. And I just didn't know how to deal with it. So there came a time in which I just didn't know what to do with my life. I kind of became rebellious. And I started blaming God for all my sorrow. And I started avoiding Him. And I knew He would call out to me, but I just didn't want to hear it because I was so hurt and so angry that things could be avoided, and they weren't. So I decided that I was going to hurt Him on purpose, and I was just going to not deal with anything He had to say. And I just went ahead and I just threw myself out to sin, and I threw myself out to the lions. And it was about 2 years that I was living that double life until I hit rock bottom. And it was not pretty. And God had to intervene. And truly, if I were God, I would have given up on me. But I'm thankful for His love, because He didn't give up on me. And just to see that He just doesn't care where you are, what you're doing. He just wants to love you. And when He has a strong purpose in your life, and when you have been given to God by your parents at a very early age, He's not going to step back on the promises He's made to save you and to use you and to fulfill His purpose in your life. And that's what God did with me. He just loves me. He sent someone out there to go find me. And just for that, there's no way I can resist God's love. There's absolutely no way, and I never will. And on that day, I decided that I was going to serve God truly and sincerely for the rest of my life. You know, when you look out there, you see a dying world. And many people sometimes cry out to God thinking that He's going to physically come and deal with their problems. Sadly, for those people, that's not going to happen because Jesus already came. He came and He lives in us. So it's our responsibility as children of God to show the love of Jesus around. And something as simple as a kind look, a kind gesture, a smile, a pat on the back, a sweet hello can make such a difference in someone's life. Much more than what a sermon can do for some. So I'm all about just going out there and loving on people and just letting them feel in their spirit, not their ears or their eyes, inside their spirit, that He that dwells within me can also become a part of them. If I can be but a small, tiny little spark that's effective enough to ignite a drying heart and ignite it for God, I've done my job. If I can get that from the people that listen to my music, I've got it all.